right, so we are beginning session 26 of the Fever Swamp. Um, Creador, the player of Kildrak, is sick this week and will not be joining us. And Calvin, the player of Corandir, the Ranger, is going to have to bow out of the game for the foreseeable future. So we are down to just our 5 players that we have with us now. So, who wants to recap what happened last session?
We met a friendly hag who was fused to a tree, and we eventually agreed to mercy kill her because we are good people who will kill you. And when we went to go do the deed, and Slag began beating her in the stomach with a hammer until she died because he's a bad guy.
In the skull,
demons
thank
came
you.
out. Whatever. There's no hit locations in this game. Demons came out to murder us, and we had to fight them, or devils. I don't remember.
Both, I think.
Yeah, little frog fairies came out to kill us, and a shadow man, and we eventually killed them. She told us a good bit about the Oracle and things before Slag murdered her, that the Oracle is very charming, and the Oracle knows a lot about the swamp, and that her sister's using the Transfiguration worms to make, I don't remember what it was, like a super hag or something. That's all completely accurate, right?
As far as you remember.
Okay.
Okay. So, it is the day after you have mapped the hex around where you met the suicidal witch, and it is raining today. It's morning, and you're ready to set out. What's the plan?
We make south slowly. I believe that since it's raining, Ixa can fish and Silas can guide.
Okay. When you say slowly, do you mean at a slow pace?
I mean at the 1 hex per day pace.
Okay. So at the normal pace. So
Right.
Yes. So I'm going to need a navigation roll then from Silas, and apparently a fishing roll from Ixa.
Oh yeah, and we found the old hag's book, and we forgot to ever ask what her name was, but she was somewhat humanized by the discovery of a book of some dumb Nilfenberg play, so they named the island after that play. Thank you, that was the recap.
You're welcome.
Silas does his best to navigate, but he's not used to swamps, and he's no Corandir, so it doesn't go very well. Again.
No, it doesn't.
Nobody's Corandir anymore.
I believe Ixa had better luck.
Okay. So, Ixa, you found 1d6 plus your wisdom modifier in food.
Okay, it's 5 units.
Okay.
And no water.
No water.
Okay.
Unless you had advantage for some reason. I don't think you did.
No, was that like a 20 or better gives water?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 20 or better
I do
gives water. Okay. So, up ahead of you, Silas, give me a perception check.
All right.
Also, Bort, you can also roll.
Cool. Just waiting for Roll20 to cooperate. Okay, there it goes.
Okay. Silas, your keen barbarian senses clue you in that that log that you're about to float past is in fact not a log, but a crocodile. There are a number of them floating in the water, floating just under the surface of the water up ahead. They appear to be hunting.
Oh no. Do we still have enough time to go around them?
You can. You can attempt to go around, but if you get too close, they will attempt to chase.
Right. So, not wanting to have his arm or leg chewed on again, Silas points it out to Bort and tells him look out, and we will go around, or try to anyway.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll from Silas. Okay. So seeing the danger up ahead and deciding that discretion would be the better part of valor here, you silently move your boats away to one side, and you take a different route through the swamp, avoiding those particular group of crocodiles. By evening, though, you've come out of the thick trees that have made up most of your experience in the swamp. You're in wetlands with water that lets you water in all directions and tall grass, but no trees stretch out before you. You suspect you might be off track.
Yeah, no, he looks to the others and says, this is a nice change of pace, but I don't believe this is right.
Yeah.
Is Phil Sticker gonna try and drag us off course to see Grandfather Rot?
Yes, Phil Sticker, you recognize this place. Not specifically, but in general.
Can Felsticker just point in a direction and say, no, we should go this way? As uncomfortable as he is, because if we get to Grandfather Rot, Lucas might murder him.
Yeah, I don't know. You should do a deception check or something against passive insight for Silas. If that's a thing in 5th still, I don't remember. I can't remember it ever being used.
I don't see why it couldn't be.
Yeah, fair enough.
But which way is Phil Sticker pointing?
He's pointing them in the opposite direction of where Grandfather Rod is.
Oh, okay.
We should go this way.
Yes, I believe you're quite right. Although, more that way, he'll say, pointing a little bit south of the direction Phil Sticker's pointing.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were lost. Okay.
We work. KSB let us work it out deductively.
Oh, okay. Yes, we should go in a big hexagon.
Yeah, I mean, we have to establish a search pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know if she's in the middle of the thing.
So
We're gonna start in the top.
We may not
left of
have
the
time to
swamp.
find her, to be honest. Lucas will say. Looking over our position and the time, we have 10 days before we get back to Clink. We'll need to spend another day traveling back into the search area. And once we're really ready to exit the search area, looking at 4 days back. That really only leaves us 4 days, and it takes 2 days to enter and map a hex. We'll only really be able to search 2, possibly 3 of these.
We
We
could
should, we
we
should
could-
stop leaving while we're waiting for people.
stop mapping for this time. If it's more
How will we
important that we
find
find
it,
the oracle.
Yeah, we would have to sedate Lucas.
Fair, we do need to know where we've been.
okay. So you spend the evening working out where it is that you are exactly, and then you are forced to make camp at the edge of this hex. After a short rest through the night, the morning comes again, and it's another rainy day. Where are you going, and who's navigating?
Same, second verse, same as the first.
Very good. Okay.
We might eventually find our way there through complete accident.
Yes. So, Silas doesn't know where he is exactly, but you know that there are trees again. So, and that you are not anywhere on Lucas's map, as far as you can tell. So, this may be a good sign.
This seems like progress.
As you are examining the trees nearby, you see one which catches your eyes as you see another case of a man.
Hag.
No, not another hag fused to a tree. No, but another of these mangrove trees with a human corpse hanging from the branches.
Best to leave this one alone.
Well, does this hanging man look like another local? Or does it look like he has any money?
His clothes show that he is a local, but give me a perception check.
I'm none too good at that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't see anything of value on his person.
Just another poor swamp person.
Mm.
Yeah, let's leave that one.
Okay. So you keep your distance, and make your way there. You've made some progress by the end of the day, you believe. As Ixa, are you foraging for food?
Yeah, sorry. A second. Okay, found water this time.
Excellent. So you find a D6 plus wisdom food and a D4 plus wisdom water.
4 of each.
Okay. And
The good thing is we have less mouths to feed.
that is true. So
Since Quarandir evaporated that one day.
and Kildrak just like vanished before you ran into the hag.
Personally, I'm nervous. All this.
Hmm.
What happened?
Best not to think about it.
It'll be like that one episode of The Next Generation where people keep disappearing, and wait, which one of it? It was Dr. Crusher who was left, and everyone else kept disappearing, and the universe kept getting smaller, and eventually we'll realize it's just like 2 of us, and there's nothing beyond the swamp. Nilfgaard doesn't exist anymore.
One of the few episodes I
That's
actually
good.
remember.
Oh, good. So someone knows what I'm talking about at least.
Yeah,
Thankfully.
well, if that ever happens, I'm sure the other players will be able to reach us, let us know that the fever swamp isn't real, and help us extricate ourselves.
It would be a much better world if we learned the fever swamp didn't actually exist. It was some sort of tormented dream world.
I have to sacrifice all my friends to try to create the fever swamp. Guys, I cooked you all soup.
No, I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
Alright. In any case,
Yes.
I didn't say I was going to kill you out loud. So you have to eat it.
So another night of camp. Marked off some more food. It wasn't already done. And
Looks like 1 food and 1 water marked off. I can make that happen.
okay. And yes. I forgot to roll miasma the last couple times. Kildrak, wherever he is, has an infection. This is accurate.
what else is new?
And the morning comes, and the sun rises over the swamp, and it's slightly less wet. In the air, at least. Slightly. Clear skies.
So how does rolling to navigate work? We have no idea where we are.
I was gonna, would it be possible for someone who's also trained in survival to help instead of foraging for food and water?
I suppose if they're trained, yeah, I would allow that. I guess I could allow that. There are so many ways of getting advantage, although technically you already have advantage today because there's a clear sky out.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That's a good point. How does navigating work when you don't know where you are?
Are we just rolling randomly to see where we wind up until we hit a map text again, or?
That is a good question. I suppose if in this case I would say that you can either guess where you are and tell me a direction to try and go, and you make a navigation roll to go in that direction, or you could, I suppose, spend the day trying to ascertain where you are with a navigation check instead.
I would say going in a direction makes sense because, we should be able to see the sun and, figure out how to go south.
Alright.
And I think going south.
We
is
know
what
we
need
came
to do.
here, and we were trying to go to there. I would say that we also know we wound up somewhere that has trees in it, which would
Alright.
limit it to one of these two, but one that isn't mapped. But
Right,
it can't
so-
be this one because if we'd succeeded, that's where we would have wound up.
Well,
A failure
no reason we
results in
can't
going in a
accidentally.
failure results in going in a semi-random direction, which may be the one that you were intending to go to, but
yeah,
may
so we
not.
could have lucked into it.
Yes.
It seems the most likely possibility, considering we're seeing trees. When we're here at the edge of the Isle of Dogs and Owls,
Mm-hmm.
if there's no trees in all of this, presumably we're able to see, like, a prairie flat. And, having gone away from the prairie flat, there's only so many places we could have gone.
Yes.
Right.
And, so Lucas is going to insist that this is where we actually are, and that we should begin searching and mapping.
All right. That's fair enough.
Very good. All right. So, Lucas begins mapping the area that he is in, under the assumption that he is there. Someone can make a survival check to forage while you do this.
That would be on Silas, because the weather is nice.
All right. Makes sense. Just a second. Roll20 is loading slowly. There we go.
So Silas,
Mm-hmm.
as you are exploring, and it's getting close to lunchtime, Silas, you see like off on an island, a large clump of what you recognize to be edible mushrooms. It looks like enough for a stew to feed the party, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to stop the boats to go pick them. So you stop them and you go up to this stump, and you begin to gather the mushrooms. But as you do so, you see about 30 feet away from you, farther onto the island, there is a large dead tree. The side of the tree, one side of the tree has a huge crack that runs up in it, and it looks like the inside has been hollowed out. And you see, staring back at you from this tree, are many small eyes reflecting the dim light. They are huddled around. There's also a small singular flame inside the tree.
Silas calls for Phil Sticker immediately. I'm wondering if Scumboggle's eyes glow like that.
Well, they wouldn't all hide in a tree. Do these eyes look familiar?
All right, Philsticker, you have dark vision, don't you?
Oh, yeah, that's right, I do.
Mm-hmm. So, so you come up and you see in there, and you see, the creatures inside theirs have shadowy forms and blank faces behind their shining reflective eyes. Yes. You may roll perception.
Oh, they're candle thieves?
They sound like candle, and they don't look like candle thieves to me. These look like children. I'm gonna adopt all of them.
You can't quite you can't quite see enough of one to judge what they are, but there are a number of them in there.
They seem kind of candle thievy, but how big is this tree?
Substantial. Or it was before it died. And now it's broken.
How many liters of tree is there?
I don't know how many like liters a typical tree would be, so I'm afraid that this is not a useful measurement. It is several.
like a
It is
house?
several yards, or it is not several. It is a couple of yards wide and maybe 15 feet tall. What's left? It's been broken off.
Okay. Okay, so these aren't like mouse-sized creatures.
No, no.
They're largeful.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see them too well. They seem sort of candle thievy. Maybe this is where their village is. Candle thief tribe.
Do you want to speak with him while I gather the mushrooms?
I don't think I do. I don't have any candy. I already gave them my last candle. I'll just oh wait, or did I? I've still got it on my sheet. I gave them my candle.
Yes, you did. I remember you giving them a candle several sessions ago.
Alright, there, I took that candle off my sheet. I'll go look in there, I guess.
Hmm.
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
Okay. There's no sneaking because they were looking at Silas, and you came up to Silas.
Exactly, and not at
So-
me.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So there's no sneaking about it, but you do approach them, and you see the you peer inside, and sure enough, now that you've gotten closer, those are definitely candle thieves. They sort of retreat from the opening as best they can, pressing themselves up against the side of the tree that they're squeezed into. 12 sets of glowing eyes look at you, fearfully.
Hmm. Oh no, oh no. They're terrified. Greetings.
Hmm.
Damn, they're not greeting me back. I don't know what to do.
Meanwhile, Silas is gathering up mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Does let me look at something real quick. Let me see what Phil Sticker's got. All right. Yeah. They seem to they Phil Sticker has cowed them. They're not coming out. They look at his he notices after a while that they're looking at his eye. And not
Oh
approaching.
no, they want to steal my eye.
Well, yeah, it's because he has the silly dark vision D&D eye. It produces light.
No, I have a cool swamp eye, which glows blue like the swamp.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
Mhm.
Dang.
And they want to steal it. Philsticker closes one eye.
Which one?
That eye.
Okay, the blue glowing eye.
The good eye.
Okay. A moment passes, and they begin relaxing from where they were pressed up against the inside of the tree, and one of them comes out.
My God, my power is incredible.
And the others begin to follow them. And unless Filster stops them, they're going to start wandering over towards your boats.
Oh, okay. Filster's going to be the first person to use prestidigitation to flavor an object ever. He
What's
pulls
that,
out
sure?
any old piece of. Okay. Well, he pulls out any old piece of food from one of his rations and sweetens it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're now
Then he
holding
goes
like a
and
piece of
tries-
bread that tastes like a piece of pastry.
Exactly. Now he'll try to give it to the one that's leading them.
Okay.
Just like walk right up to him and like thrust it toward him.
Uh-huh. It seems it looks at you with its blank expression. It looks at the bread, and it takes it, and it licks it, and its blank expression cracks a little bit, and a little bit of a childlike smile crosses its face, and it eats the rest of it.
Oh my.
And
What do you mean it cracked? Like, did its face fall off?
no, I meant that it cracked a smile, as in the expression.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, I've been imagining them as having no facial features but eyes.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah,
Well, they have to have a mouth, or they can't eat the candy. So they must have very.
He could have a tongue in his pocket. He pulls out when he needs it.
Yes. So that one runs off, and the others now look expectantly at Filsticker.
Oh no!
Seeing what's going on, Lucas will help. He will break out one of the bags of crumbly cheese from the cheese chest, the cheese
Mhm.
crate, and he will prestidigitate it super sweet and let it crumble into little bite-sized bits and hold it out.
Oh yes, perfect.
All right. So mark off a ration of cheese.
I am marching. Yeah, we are now at 119 out of 120 in the cheese reserve.
Right. But
I'm
each
so sorry.
but each candle thief takes like a bite-sized chunk of cheese, of sweet cheese, and they eat it and smile
Make
affectionately.
a confused face.
Yes. And,
Oh,
Lucas is going to do his best to convey to them
mhm.
that if they were to head that way, they would get out of the swamp.
They nod appreciatively and then travel in
Nice.
that direction.
right, that's what they want. Right. Thank you.
It'll be several days, but keep at it.
They don't speak, but they do walk in that. They do move in that direction. They leap up into the trees and jump from branch to branch. And all,
Filster sweetens a small piece of cheese and tries it too.
mhm.
Good.
And all right, Silas, you find your maximum roll's worth of mushrooms.
Oh yeah, that would be 8. 1d6 plus 2 wisdom.
The day, so you get 8 food. You can go ahead and mark off or mark up the net gain of 3 food for today. Then.
Oh, I thought we couldn't do that because it doesn't keep.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It doesn't. So instead, you merely get the sufficient food for which to feed you for today. And yes, Lucas can give me a cartography roll.
All right, Lucas is determined to map this hex. So 16.
That's good enough. So yes, you map that hex. And you are here. You know where you are now, and you have mapped that hex. And you are certain that there is no ring of standing stones housing a mysterious oracle here in this hex.
All right, well, we'll make camp and mark off another day and be mindful that we shouldn't keep, like, the prophet of God waiting for us too long.
Probably for the best. But also,
She's a real oracle. She knows exactly when we're going to show up.
he didn't mean the oracle, he meant Saint Amelia. Although she was
She's a
going to
real
go
saint,
visit
she's
it.
going to know exactly when she knows exactly when we're going to show up.
Right. Also, she was going to go see a real archmage about predicting the future. So, you know, she should know if you're going to be late. But yes.
Well, it doesn't do to just be impolite to people who can see the future.
Okay. So Quarandir is sick wherever he is. And Ixa, are you a high enough level paladin to be immune to disease yet?
Yes.
Okay. Then you would have gotten sick, but you didn't. Wait.
I cheated.
Wait. Does your immunity to disease include parasites?
But
I'm sorry, what?
hang on. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can now.
Yeah, I think we decided previously that her protection did not cover parasites.
Okay. Then I'll keep you on the roll. But in this case, you would have been afflicted by the no appetite disease, but you didn't because you're a paladin. Good for you.
Good.
And weather for the next morning. The sky lets out all of the rain. And thunder echoes in the
And
background.
the zappy lightnings.
Yes.
Lucas is looking around. He realizes that when it rains like this, we typically get lost. A part of him wants to try to direct the crew himself, although he has no training in survival. He does have that determination going for him.
That would
it
give
could
an
gi-
advantage that the others would not.
What do you guys think?
Sorry, what was the question?
Should Lucas navigate and use his human determination to have advantage, even though he's not trained?
Oh, you're the map man.
It's true. It does almost make sense.
Try it.
Yeah, I think technically even you would get a bigger advantage, like statistically, if I have a +4 in survival, since the DC is around the middle of the range, it's 12 or 13.
15.
Oh wow, never mind then.
So you'd be looking at a 50-50 shot. I have 2 survival, so I would need to get a 13, but I would have 2 shots at it. So
Yeah, you can do it.
13 is 65% of 65%. Is going to be better than 50, or less than 50. Yeah, it's still better off to have Lucas do it. All right.
Alright. Give me a navigation roll, somebody.
Natural or total 20.
Total 20 will do it. So, is anyone attempting to forage along the way?
Can Ixa and Silas forage with advantage?
That's reasonable.
So we both do it, or just one?
One of you rolls.
It doesn't
One of-
make a lick of difference if you both do it. We
Okay.
take the higher one, but
Okay. Well,
Okay. So you get yeah,
do it again.
yep, food again. Enough food to feed the party. Okay. So, Lucas.
I think we still have that salt, so we should be able to preserve at least some of it for a couple days.
Potentially. Maybe with a roll for something. I don't know. Someone have. It's possible. You could do it, yeah.
Although we probably don't need to worry about it just this moment, but
hey, if
I
I'm
don't think
allowed
any
to
of us
mark
have
up
salt
two rations,
proficiency.
actually, yeah, let's use some of the salt that I'm pretty sure we still have. Like, I think Gump got it, but we managed to acquire it back at some point
Mm-hmm.
because we got the boat back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does someone want to, like, I don't know, roll
I would say I could
Wisdom,
roll my
I guess?
brewer supplies, but that would probably be a survival roll.
I was thinking wisdom, but with if anyone had like cooking tools proficiency, they could get that proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
But
don't
I-
have
I-
anything like that.
I think Gump did.
Well, I mean, is it really that
Yeah.
different from herbalism? Come on, it's just for preserving shit. Come on.
Yeah. That's my ruling. You can do it, but you need to make a cook's utensils roll, wisdom based. You don't need to be trained to attempt it though. Just
okay, Silas or Ixa, you have the same roll. Roll to salt fish. Does a 13 salt fish?
a 13 definitely salts fish.
All right.
All right. So as you're going about the day, and Silas is there salting fish as you go somehow in the rain. And Phil Sticker's having to row. Assuming Phil Sticker isn't complaining too much, you eventually get, by around noon, you see a ring of standing stones up ahead of you. As you approach it, you see the stones form a circle around a stone altar in the center. Everything is overgrown in the area, but the stones are untouched by the vegetation or any signs of decay.
It's probably.
Stone cold.
We should make camp in the area and ask in the morning on a fresh night's sleep and a cup of tea.
Very good.
Hmm.
So you're able to camp nearby. And everyone dies of infection. Let's see, Philsticker, Bort,
Oh
Lucas.
no!
Yes.
Fuck your sickness.
Mhm.
The disease catches me.
Okay. Bort, I need that Constitution save.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Ouch.
Okay. So, morning comes. The rain is less heavy today, but still coming down pretty regularly. Lucas, though, as you step out of your tent in the morning, you realize, as you look around at the rain splashing about, that you can't hear in one of your ears, and you become horrified at what you know that means.
Horrified is the wrong word.
Is it?
Sickened and irritated, as he said. Do we have any more liquor?
Meanwhile, Bort, as you hear people stirring about, you did not sleep very well, and you wake up just feeling cold and shivery and terrible. You have a powerful fever. You are slightly delirious and taking disadvantage on all rolls.
Oh my. That's a problem because I'm the one who can brew the fucking alcohol.
They've been using the hallucinogenic booze that they brought from. Oh wait, but Kildrak's not here. Kildrak took the special booze with him.
Fuck!
We'll add a hallucinogen column to the cheese ledger when we get back to town.
I will prowl the area for a suitably mind-altering substance to work as a substitute for the alcohol.
I mean, if normal alcohol would work, I can brew it. It's just going to be kind of hard with the whole thing going on. All right, I will attempt to.
Won't that
brew
take like days or at least hours?
Yeah, well,
Days,
if it does take hours, then at least
It's not as fast as Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah.
You gotta actually give time for microbiology to take place.
Mm-hmm.
Did we have anything like that stored though, or? Well,
The person who had it stored isn't here today.
Well, I know Kildrak isn't, but
Anyway, the declared foraging is what I was rolling for there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
I have oil. That's it. I don't. Maybe the worm would not like that, but
Philsticker, you do find some hallucinogenic mushrooms. If that helps you somehow.
Perfect. Possibly, I can. Yeah, that'll
well, rather than
possibly
brewing them,
affect the worm.
I will help him turn them into a mash that we can pour into the ear.
Yeah, let's try this.
All right. That must wait. Lucas says. I should commune with the Oracle before I take any mind-altering substances.
You can't hear anything we're saying. Oh wait, no, that's
we
just
can
his
hear
one
half of
ear,
it.
isn't it? Oh no, maybe you got two of them.
Listen closely, please. I'm going to speak with the Oracle. We've been warned that she may ensorcel me. If I won't go with you, please make me.
You got it.
Understood.
You'll be preparing something for your ear.
Thank you. I am going to go ask the Oracle how we can restore peace and prosperity to the swamp and end its various menaces.
That's a
Good
silly
luck.
question.
Is it?
Obviously, it's a swamp. Come on. It's not a deciduous forest.
Anyway,
Lucas will
would
look
you
to the
like-
others. Is that a legitimate objection? Do we need to rephrase this question? I'm not sure how many chances we'll get at this. I want to make sure we get it right, and I have no idea what Phil Sticker is.
Well, I thought you were going to ask about the corpse pile and that
Yes.
menacing tomb that we found.
Should
That
you
seemed
be
like a more pressing
specific?
matter than, how do I create world peace?
Well, those are two of the three menaces that we need to deal with. The third being the Hag's plan.
Oh, right.
Right. I
Personally,
mean,
I feel less threatened by the hags than the giant rolling pile of corpses.
Maybe you should be more specific.
Yes, well, I suppose in order, I'll ask the monstrous pile of undead, and you know what? We'd best leave it at that. I think we know the answers to the other two questions.
Yeah, I just think the first question was too open for the spirit of the oracle to inject its opinion over whatever form of answer it gives. Like, best way to restore peace and prosperity to the swamp is to free the oracle. Well,
Well, if that would work, I would like to open the Oracle to saying so.
you just do what you think is best.
Right, well, I suppose we'll have to see if she grants me more than one question. This will say, and he will approach.
Okay.
right. Do I need to do anything with the hallucinogenic mushrooms?
Yes, I will have you make a roll with your brewer's tool proficiency. Upon
I'd
Luke-
rather prepare them into a tincture. You seem awfully sick.
Upon
Lucas's return,
right.
because it's going to take you some time to do that. Unless Phil Sticker talks you into doing something different, which you're welcome to attempt to do. But
Just because you have disadvantage.
I have questions. So before Lucas is going to approach the stones. Is everyone else? Were you intending to camp on the same island?
Next island over, probably.
The next island over. Okay. So is Lucas going to the Oracle alone, or is he bringing others with him?
Was there anything? I don't remember the exact wording of the Hag's warning. Was it implied that only the person who laid down was at risk, or anyone who approached?
I don't recall if how she said it, but
She sort of just vaguely said that she has sort of a. She said she's charming, and implied that it was charming in a way that might make you want to stick around forever. She didn't even give us any notice if this was intentional on her part or just sort of side effect of her oracleness or whatever.
Right. Well, Lucas is volunteering to go alone. The rest of you should decide whether you're going to let him. But I need to quickly be right back.
Okay. So,
Actually, I'm gonna get a drink too.
okay. Do we just want to take 5 minutes?
Might as
Sure.
well, probably.
Okay. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and then we will return.